Hello and welcome to FBL Broadcasting, our coronavirus update. Something's a little bit different today. We're going to show you how to make a face mask. Or actually, I ain't. Lauren is. Hello, Lauren.
Hi. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. We had a little run through the other day, didn't we? And had a few connection problems getting you on there today. But other than that, we got there in the end. And I'm sure we'll get a few messages from people. So one little thing, in case we had this with MP Greg. You won't notice this, but maybe the viewers will. If, for instance, we have a little data stream issue, which obviously with the internet and the way everybody's, hitting it hard at the moment, if it does start to go a bit bitty, either just wait there or hit your refresh button, and hopefully everything will be fine. But let's get back down to making these face masks. Now, what you did have, I have a little photo you sent me the other day, which was, this is a bit about live stuff, isn't it? I'm going to, let's put it just across. You had a nice thank you from the people in Stoneham who actually said, thank you very much for making the masks. So there's a lovely little picture there. And so you've been, how many you've done? 1,400?
We've done over 1,500 now.
You've been busy.
1,500. Yeah.
Really busy.
Busy.
Oh, wow.
Very busy. Yeah, we have a great team of women that are, some are cutting, some are sewing, some are distributing, so it's been awesome. It's been really good. And now we have a new project. We're doing about 200 for homeless vets so
that's really good.
Yeah.
So you put it to the front line, friends and family, obviously, and also now to vets. So what you told me the other day was people actually give you the material.
Yes.
To actually, so it's not, so you're putting in the time, people are supplying you the material, which means obviously everybody's, staying together and helping each other to help everybody else, especially people on the front line and the vets.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. So how many people do you have at the moment in your group of sewers?
We have 35 in the group. So we have about probably 10 people that are cutting the material and 20 people that are sewing the material, and then others that will distribute it. 5 more that distribute it.
So that is some setup.
So it's a team effort. Yep, it's a team effort.
Maybe you can teach the governments out there how to distribute. Maybe that's okay. So
I know.
Without further ado, first thing you need is a sewing machine, don't you? And then you need a material.
Yes.
And the reason we're doing this one, by the way, just so that everybody knows, I did post something the other day which showed the Surgeon General from the US how to make a face mask without having to use a sewing machine. This is if you feel a bit more adventurous or you want to help out, especially on the front line or obviously for family, because obviously you're going to make children ones as well, aren't you? So
yes.
Or we're going to try and make them. So how long does it take to make? Well, how long does it take you to make them?
For me to make one is about maybe 15 or 20 minutes. So it goes up pretty fast. But I've made over 100, so the more I make, the better I get, I guess. So
I think that's the clue here, isn't it? Once you get used to doing it, it becomes a lot more easier. So yeah.
Right.
And if you're not doing anything,
keep watching the video. I'm sorry.
At first, you have to keep on watching the video. I said this is the thing. So if it becomes a little bit annoying, it's a bit like, well, practice makes perfect, and you're going to do something good because obviously you can start giving these out. So that's
right. Yeah.
So what material do we have for today? And
it's
explain.
You should use cotton material, and that's what I have here. Cotton material, and the thicker the better, but you don't want it too thick so it doesn't go through the machine. So, but we double it anyway, so it's pretty thick.
Okay, can I ask a favour as well? Can we turn your phone so it's widescreen, so to speak? So I can put the big screen on for you, and then we can actually see it a whole lot more. Is that all right? Can we just do that?
Yes. Yeah. You want me to push this back a little bit?
Yeah, just
So you can see
turn your phone out. Turn your phone so it's landscape.
both sideways.
There
Okay.
we go. That's better.
There we go. Okay.
I'll
There.
there we go.
All right.
So what was the material we have there?
So that's the material, and you want to cut a piece that's 15 inches by 7.5 inches,
Right. Okay.
and then so you need that, and then you need either bias tape or you can make your own, which I did here, and it's about an inch wide. So you cut about 3 inches, and then you fold it, so it's like a bias tape, and that's 10 inches by 3 inches.
Oh, okay.
Or you can buy bias tape at the store also.
And but that's going to go round the side, isn't it? From what we went through the other day. So that actually makes it nice and smooth, rather than the jaggedy little bits, the thread coming out. Correct? Right.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for teaching me the other day, by the way. Sounds like I know what I'm doing.
I know. See, you could be making a whole bunch of these.
I did for my camper van make a cushion, or try to. I did do one inside out, but that was a nice little tip I remember. But my whole desk is technology full at the moment, so I'd have to take this all down to put up a sewing machine, and I think I broke the needle. I need to get a new one. So yeah.
Oh well, I've broken a couple needles already. So, and then you need elastic, 2 pieces of elastic, 9 inches each.
So that's going to go around their ears, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're about 1/2 inch wide.
Okay.
So
excellent.
And you need a piece for the nose piece to go around the nose.
Which is a pipe cleaner from what you told me.
This is a pipe cleaner. You can use a pipe cleaner, or you can use a twisty tie. That goes on. All right. Or any bendable metal.
Yeah, that's basically for the bridge of the nose, to push it down. This is one of the things about when you wear a mask. You pinch it.
So it fits tight.
Yeah, so it fits tight. Because we don't want those germs getting in, do we? Not at all.
Right, no, it has to be tight. The child's mask is a little bit different. It's the same length. It's 15, but it's 4 inches. So 4 inches wide.
Ah, right, okay.
Instead of the 7.5. But other than that, everything...
Oh, we've lost you. What happened there?
Sorry,
are you back?
Yeah, somebody called.
Oh, of course.
My fan club. Club.
I've just seen you on the TV. There you go. Already becoming famous. There you go. Excellent.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that's the thing about using technology, especially with a phone. Obviously, if somebody phones, that's what it does, unfortunately. But okay. So what's the first step then?
The first step is you fold it so you have the right sides together, which the right sides are the good sides. Okay, so you fold it in half, and you're going to stitch 1.5 inches here and 1.5 inches down here.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you're going to have a hole in the middle.
The reason you're doing that is that's where you're going to put the filter, isn't it?
Yes, the filter and the nose piece.
Okay.
So, all right, so I'm going to do that. So there's a lot of different masks that you can make. It's on YouTube. So this is the one that we found works best for us.
Okay.
Okay. So I did that. I sewed it right here and right here. Now we are going to iron the hem open, so it looks like this.
Okay. And why are we going to iron it?
So it's flat. So it stays flat. So let me bring you over here to the ironing board. Spray this a little bit.
Don't burn your fingers.
Yeah, I know it. I'm thinking that. I've done that plenty of times. So I have an aloe plant in my kitchen.
Yes.
Okay, for when I want to burn myself.
Maybe that's what I need.
Yeah.
I do that when I do a lot of the ironing.
Right.
Yes.
So now what we're going to do is we turn it right side out.
Yep.
Okay. And then we are going to sew. Here's the hole.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to sew about a 1/2 inch all the way down. And you have to take this stuff off.
So you're sewing 1/2 inch down from where?
From where the hole is on one side of the hole. All right. It'll make sense once I finish. And you have to make sure that you don't catch the material underneath, which I've had to take plenty of stitches out for that.
Yeah, I've done that.
All right, so that's done. All right, so I sewed all the way down here.
Yep.
All right. Now, you're going to take the opposite side of where you just sewed and you're going to fold it over.
Okay.
Right here. All right. And we're going to sew the top of it. So it's only like 1/8 of an inch from the top.
Okay.
All right. Oops. I'll put my stuff back on.
So did you learn this all off the internet? How to make a mask? Yep. Okay.
Yes. So I have skipped a couple of steps because I find that we really didn't need to do the extra steps. Okay, now you take your pipe cleaner and you're going to put it right in the slot.
Yes.
Right up here.
To create the bridge.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And then you sew it in all the way.
So it holds it in place, yep.
You sew it in place. Okay, I don't know if you can see the stitches or not.
Not really, but I'm sure on a bigger screen they probably can.
Okay, so it's stitched all the way down here. So you still have the hole here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So now what you do is we're going to turn it over. Let me see if I can. All right. And we're going to make pleats in it, like an accordion.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to do 3 of those. Oops.
Huh?
And you pin it on both sides.
Now, is there any recommendation on the sort of material, a certain thickness or anything like that? Obviously, the thicker the better, I suppose. But
yeah, the thicker the better, but you don't want it too thick so it doesn't go through your machine.
Yeah.
So, but cotton works best, we find.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the pleats.
Yep.
There's 3 pleats. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm going to sew up the sides.
Yeah. Why do we have those pleats? What's the idea of the pleats? Why do we have pleats?
Because that way, when they put it on, it opens up, and they can make it as big as they want.
Oh,
It
I
also
see.
gives it extra protection because of the pleat. So,
Okay, yeah.
all right. So now I'm going to sew the edges. Make sure you don't run your pins over. That's how I break all my needles. There we go. Okay, so it's all sewed together,
Yeah, I see that.
and then you're going to take your bias that you made or that you
Yeah.
buy at the store, but we couldn't find any bias at the store. So I mean, they're out of a lot of things. They're out of elastic. We've tried ordering it, and
Okay.
we're finally just getting it now.
Right, okay. Stuff's when you say order it, was that from main
Order
suppliers,
it
is
from,
it?
yeah, because everybody's out of it. Because so many people are making masks.
Right. Now these
So
are
we order
reusable,
it
aren't
from
they? This is what's good about these.
They
They're
are,
reusable.
and they're reusable, and they you can wash them.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what you should do after every time you use them. You should really put them in the wash.
yes,
Really.
but
Yeah.
just make sure you take your filter out.
Which we will
Before
show
you
the
wash
filter
it?
later. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to sew this on the side here to make it nice and neat. We'll do the same on the other side.
I will have to do this at some point. See how long it does take me to do.
You'll be a pro after this, Martin.
I'm sure I will.
Hey, you made cushions, so
I know. I was honestly, I was quite amazed I was able to do it. So
yeah, that's awesome. Alrighty. So there is the almost finished product.
it is. It's pretty quick, isn't it? You've done it.
It is, yeah, it works up fast. So, and here's the hole for the
filter.
filter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
All right. Now you get your elastic. You get a pin, a safety pin.
Okay.
Okay, so you can slide this through the bias that you just put on.
Okay. Yeah. If you're at home watching this and you actually got your sewing machine, do put a little comment down, and maybe if Laura's going a bit too fast, we need to slow her down. We can.
Oh. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
It's fine.
As long as you have everything cut, it should be, you should be able to follow right along. All right, so there's the elastic.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew the two ends together.
Aha.
Two ends of the elastic, which is that's a feat in itself. So sometimes if you pin it, it works better.
Now we
See
should
if I
say
can
thank you
pin
to
it.
Kathy Jordan Quern of Tiny Tots in Newton, as she was able to put us together so that we could do this. Did you also
Right. Kathy's a good friend of mine, and she got me into daycare. So I've been running a daycare for 24 years now.
That's a long
So
time.
it's her fault.
Kathy's also as well, who's my cousin. That's how we got in contact. You all do stick together, don't you? You all know each other as well.
We do, yeah. There's a whole group of us that, we're in this together, and we're not working now, obviously, because of the coronavirus. So I miss my little kids. I do Zoom messaging with them.
Yep.
Which is pretty funny. I mean, if you get, eight little 3-year-olds on Zoom, 3 and 2-year-olds and 1-year-olds, and they get a kick seeing each other because they haven't seen each other in over a month. So
it's a good point that they don't actually. Yeah, I mean, technology is definitely helping. It's not like back in 1918 where you didn't have the luxury of technology, but now we do.
Right.
So staying in, obviously, being one of the biggest things, but staying in communication with people is definitely important during this outbreak.
And I do FaceTime with my granddaughter, which is good because I miss her like crazy. So, shout out to Ella.
Get those shouts out while you can.
She's got a baby brother on the way, so that's exciting.
Got to be a busy household.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I have my elastic in, and then what I do is I tuck the ends in so it looks pretty.
Yep. So you don't really see it. So yeah, it looks all nice and perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now the last step is you take a coffee filter or whatever kind of filter that you have.
Yes.
And what I do is I flatten it out and then I fold it in thirds. And then thirds again.
Yep.
So it's like a little square.
Yep.
And then you find your pocket and you slide it right in there.
So that gives you a little bit more protection, doesn't it? That's why you put that filter in.
Yeah, so just like I said, just remember to take the filter out before you wash it.
Yeah.
And then there it is.
That didn't take much time at all, did it? That's quite amazing. You need to.
So, it fits good. It fits nice and snug.
It does look amazing. I just think that's just wow. And that's the same procedure you use for a child mask, just to a little bit thinner, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. It's smaller. So when you double it over, you do the same thing, and then you make the pleats. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. So it's just that it's smaller this way.
Yeah, because you don't want it going around the back of their head, do you? So making a child one, be like a bandana but for their mouth.
Cover their eyes, I can't see.
I can't.
Well, be quiet. I made this for you.
Yes.
That is it.
That literally is. So you can do one of those in 15 minutes. I mean, how long have we been on here for?
About 10, 15 minutes. I'm getting better the more I do.
Oh, okay.
So,
Lauren, that is truly amazing, and thank you for your time in showing us how to do that.
You're very welcome.
That's very, very quick. So just to recap, if we just turn your phone up so that we can see you a bit. There you go. And I'll change this around so we can see each other rather than me being stuck in the corner. I'll put your little name up. And we'll put the wonderful things up so it looks like the news. So they need, what was it? What was the size of the material again?
It is 15 by 7.5.
15 inches, is that?
15 inches, yeah, by 7.5 inches. And the child one is 15 by 4.
Okay, and then obviously elastic.
You need the two 9-inch, 2 pieces of 9-inch elastic, and then the nose thing is 3 inches long.
Yeah.
And then
3 inches.
And then yeah, and then the bias is like 8 inches by 3 inches or 10 inches by 3 inches,
Wow. Yeah,
So-
but you cut that down to size, don't you? Really, basically.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
what you're doing. Wow.
Yeah.
So with 1,500 done,
Yeah.
debut on YouTube, and and a wonderful demonstration on how you create a mask. I wish you well. And how many orders do you have, or you just produce as and when?
We
and then
just keep going, and we've given them to the senior center and to our local food markets and hospitals, and now we're like I said, we're doing 200 for the veterans, for the homeless veterans.
Right.
So we keep going until our knuckles start bleeding. So.
Lauren, you're amazing. You're a star, and thank you so much for your time. I mean, that is
great.
That is just one of those things in life where people coming together and sorting everything. I'm sure
Yes.
there's a couple of little things on here as well, but just to do that. I mean, 15 minutes, and you literally, it's done, especially for children as well. I mean, do you send them out to the people in your play group? Have you sent them out to them, or are they maybe their
Yes, I
parents?
have. Yes,
So
no, I've sent them to them. Yeah. So, and friends, and I make extras for friends, and so it's been
How many friends have asked you for you to make them for them?
I've made probably 25 for friends.
So really,
So that's not in with the 1,400 or 1,500 that we've made. Those have been for first responders and the front line.
wow.
So those 1,500s.
Again, that picture, I'm just going to bring it up again, because it says a lot. I mean, that they've done that. I mean, that is just thank you, Stone and Mask Makers. That's just lovely that they did that.
Right. That's in the yard of a local nurse.
Yeah.
So.
But that is great. It's nice to see people coming together, no matter where they are in the world. So.
Right.
Once again, Lauren, thank you so much for your time. And
okay, well, you
wish well.
stay safe across the pond, as they say.
Across the pond, yes, we will.
Across the pond.
You stay safe as well, and keep that production up. You're doing an amazing job.
I will, absolutely. Okay, thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.